and welcome back to my channel. So it's been a hot minute since I have filmed a video for you guys, and I'm so sorry that I haven't uploaded for like 2 weeks. That's my bad. I've been crazy busy and genuinely haven't had the time. I've been working so much, and I went away and did all these things, and I genuinely haven't had the time. So I'm finally sitting down to film my January wrap up, but it's going to be a little bit different because I only read 2 books in the month of January. So we're combining this video with my February TBR, and I'm going to be doing the trend where a TBR jar picks my TBR. So I have a little jar here. This is a One Direction Chubba Chub money box actually that I've had for years. It's from their 2013 Australia-New Zealand tour. So yeah, and I've got all of my prompts in there, and we're just going to pick out maybe 8 of these, and I'm going to pick a book off my TBR based on the prompt. I'm going to try and do stick to my physical TBR because I do want to get my physical TBR read, but also, yeah, if I don't have a prompt that's on my physical TBR, I'll do a book on either Kindle Unlimited or that I have on my Kindle already. But yeah, because I do read fast from my Kindle, so I love reading Kindle books. And yeah, I've been in the worst reading slump, so I only read 2 books in the month of January, but I think I'm out of my reading slump now, hopefully. So yeah, we'll see if I stick to this TBR, because do I ever stick to my TBRs? No, but we're gonna try, and I've got some good prompts in there. If you guys want to see me do this next month as well, leave some prompts in the comments that I can add into my jar, because I was struggling to find some. I was just looking on like Pinterest, YouTube, other people's videos to see what they were doing, and I came up with some on my own as well. But if you guys have any prompt suggestions, leave them in the comments so I can do them for this the next video if I do TBR jar picks my March TBR, because I feel like these are so fun. But yeah, let's quickly talk about the 2 books that I read in January, and then we'll get into the TBR jar picking my TBR for the month of Feb. So I really wanted to talk to you guys about these books because I loved them. So the first one was An Optimist's Guide to Heartbreak by Jennifer Hartman. I was actually lucky enough to receive an ARC of this book, and yeah, so I got to read it early, and I absolutely love Jennifer Hartman's writing. Still Beating and Lotus are 2 of my favourite books, which are by her, and yeah, so this is the first book in a duet. The second book comes out in a couple of days, I believe. Could be wrong, but I think the second book comes out soon. But the first book ends on the biggest cliffhanger, so I need to know what happened right now. But basically, this is about Cal and Lucy, and they were childhood friends. She was kind of best friends with his sister, so it's a little bit of best friend's brother trope, but they were also friends, and they kind of always loved each other when they were younger, but nothing really ever happened between them, and then something happens and they lose contact for years, and it's however many years later, and she moves back to the small town that they are from. He still lives there, and she wants to reconnect with him and everything like that, but he's super grumpy. It's majorly grumpy sunshine. Like, he hates the world. She is an optimist. She loves love and sunshine, and she's so happy, and he's obviously the complete opposite, so it's definitely a grumpy sunshine. And so she ends up working for him as well, so it's like forced proximity, and he does not really like her, but also he kind of misses her from like when they were younger and everything like that, and then they slowly get closer and things kind of happen between them. It's definitely a slow burn. The tension between these 2, oh my goodness, and it's a very big slow burn, and obviously it's a duet, so we've still got more to go. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. The only reason I didn't give it a 5-star, I gave it 4 stars, was because Lucy kind of got on my nerves quite a bit. She was just a very frustrating main character. She's like 23 years old, but she was kind of acting very young and immature, and it was just really frustrating me. She was acting very childish in her behaviour, and Cal's only like maybe 2 years older than her, 1 or 2 years older, but you could see like the difference in maturity, and it was just really frustrating me a lot. But that's the only reason that I didn't give it a high rating. But other than that, I loved the book. The slow burn was insane, and it was a really good story, and I cannot wait for the second part in this duet because I need to know what happens, because like I said, it ends on a major cliffhanger. And then the next book that I read, which is the first 5-star book I've given in so long, and it's Two Wrongs Make a Right by Chloe Leese, and oh my goodness, this book. If you have not read it, stop what you're doing, read it right now, because it's phenomenal. freaking stars. It's amazing. I loved every single second of it. I flew through it and it was just so good. So this is about Jamie and B, and they first meet and they do not like each other at all. Hardcore, do not get along. They're complete opposites in every way. B is very happy, loves the world, loves life. She is a very bright and happy person who's a little bit crazy and a little bit messy, and Jamie is the complete opposite. He's not grumpy, but he is just very clean and proper and likes to be tidy and neat and likes everything to be organized and everything like that, and B is his complete opposite in every way. And they meet for the first time and they do not get along, but their friends think that they would be super compatible, so they decide to trick them into going on a date with each other. And they're obviously very upset that their friends did this to them, and they kind of want to get a bit of revenge, so they decide they're going to fake date and pretend to fall in love and then break up and kind of shock all their friends. And all the while they actually realize that they do get along really well and they start falling for each other. And yeah, this book was just amazing. The fake dating, like, excellence. I forgot how much I love the fake dating trope. I haven't read a fake dating book in a hot minute and I absolutely loved this one. And Jamie is the sweetest. He is such a wholesome, sweet main character, like love interest, and I loved every minute of it. I loved him so much. Like, he is top tier book boyfriend material. The things he does for me, like, oh my god, obsessed. And this book has amazing, like, representation in it, diversity. The main female character B, she's actually autistic, she's on the spectrum, so that was represented really well. And Jamie has very bad anxiety, and that was represented amazingly as well, because I have never related to a male main character more in my life, and I was like, don't know how I feel about this, but he has severe anxiety, severe social anxiety, is super, like, awkward and doesn't really do well with people, and I was like, I am relating to everything hardcore right now. Like, I feel you, Jamie, like, I get you. And yeah, they were just, like, perfect for each other, and I loved every second of it. And you guys need to read this book, and it's actually going to be a series of companion novels, I believe, because B has two sisters and I believe they're both getting books. I know her sister Kate is getting a book, maybe Hardcore Enemies to Lovers, like childhood enemies to lovers, and then she has another sister, so I hope she'll get a book as well. I loved every second of it, and the cover, so cute. I'm a sucker for a cartoon cover. But yeah, this book was phenomenal. Now that we've talked about the books I read in January, let's get into picking my TBR for February. I have my prompts, so let's pick one. So the first prompt is a book with pink on the cover. As you can see on my shelf, I have a lot of pink books, but there's actually one I have in mind. Well, there's two, because there's one that I'm like, you guys are gonna know. Red, White and Royal Blue. Been on my TBR for years and I still haven't read it, but I really want to read The Summer of Broken Rules, so that is the book that I'm going to choose for this prompt. It has pink on the cover and it's a summary book, and it's summer in Australia and I really want to read a summary book this month, so I'm going to read this one. I've heard amazing things. I believe it's YA as well, and I've heard it's really cute and has a lot of Taylor Swift references, which we love. So that is the book I'm picking for this prompt, a book with pink on the cover. Let's do another one. A college romance. So a book where they're in college. Fuck. I don't know. I'm trying to think. Let's do this one. This one's been on my TBR for a very long time. I've been wanting to read it for ages. And that is Top Secret by Serena Bowen and Al Kennedy. This is a male-male romance, I believe, but it's like a threesome type of thing as well. Basically, this girl and her boyfriend, she wants to have a threesome with another guy, and he's like kind of reluctant at first but then agrees and ends up going on this dating app to find another guy to have a threesome with them, and then I think they end up falling for each other, but they're like enemies in real life, but they don't know it's the same person that they're talking to online. So yeah, that's what I'm going to pick for this. They're in college, they're in like a frat together or something, I don't know, but it's been on my TBR for ages. I've heard really good things, and it's a pretty short book as well, so hopefully I can read this one this month. So that's what I'm going to pick for the next prompt a college romance. Let's do another one. I think that's 2. Oh no, it's not. Oh, I was really hoping I'd get this one because it's so fun. A book with a randomly generated word in the title. So we're going to randomly generate a word and I'm going to pick a book with that word in the title, and if I don't have a book or I can't think of a book, we'll do another word. But I saw this one and I was like, oh my god, that sounds so fun to do, so let's do that. Okay. Material is the word. I don't think I own a book that has material in the title. Door. Fuck, okay. Door. I feel like I know books with the word door in them. All I can think of is The Other Side of the Door by Taylor Swift, like the song. Why didn't I think this would be hard? Like, I thought it would be easy. Ancestor, grown, get. Oh, get. Get should be an easy one. Get a Life, Chloe Brown. I really don't want to read that book if I'm honest, but that's the only one I can think of. Looks like we're reading Get a Life, Chloe Brown. That one's been on my TBR for who knows how long, but that was hard. Get a Life, Chloe Brown. So the word we got eventually was get, and so we're gonna do Get a Life, Chloe Brown because it's the only book that I can think of that has the word get in it. This is in third person, which is the only reason I don't want to read it, but I've heard phenomenal things, so I think it'll be good. Oh, a sad book. Fuck. I know the perfect one. I've been wanting to read it, but I've been putting it off. If He Had Been With Me by Laura Nolan. This cover, for starters, I love. It's giving Duplicity. If you read Duplicity, it's a Harry Styles fanfiction. The lollipops are giving me Duplicity, but this book is apparently heartbreaking. Yay, tears! I'm actually kind of excited because I love a good sad book, but I also hate it because it obviously wrecks me. But that's the book we're doing. Alright, next. A book with more than 500 pages? Fuck! No, this is the one I didn't want. I'm trying to think of a long book. What about Long Way Down? Because I really want to read Long Way Down. It's the next book in the Addicted Callaway series that I'm up to, and I think it has over 500. Yes! 629 pages. Long Way Down by Chris and Becca Ritchie, the 9th book in the Addicted Callaway Sisters series. That is what we're doing for a book over 500 pages. A book in a series you've started. Well, I was going to do Long Way Down for that. I haven't started any other series. Oh! You know what I'll do? Final Offer by Lauren Asher. I don't have it yet. It's my copy. It releases tomorrow when I'm filming this, and my copy is in the mail coming. And I'll get it tomorrow. So Final Offer, which is the last book in the Dreamland Billionaires series. It's about Cal, my most anticipated release of the month. I'm so excited to read this book because I feel like Cal's everyone's favourite, and we haven't even read a book about him, but I'm so excited. It's Second Chance Romance, I believe. So yeah, that's the book I'm going to do for that one. Okay. A book with flowers on the cover. What about Magnolia Parks? Does that have flowers on it? Yes, it does! Magnolia Parks. I've been wanting to read this for ages, by Jessa Hastings. Obviously everyone knows this book. Everyone is obsessed with this book. It's a very toxic relationship, I believe. Gossip Girl, but make it British vibes. And I've been wanting to read it for ages to know what the hype is. So we're going to do this one because it has flowers on the cover. Right there. There's some flowers. So that's the book we're doing. Okay, one more. Last one for the video. A book with your fave trope. Ooh. Ooh. My fave tropes are fake dating, single dad, or like single parent. I love Grumpy Sunshine as well, of course. Oh, you know what I'm gonna read? In a Jam. I have it on my Kindle and I haven't started it yet, but I was going to. And then I got distracted by other things, but In a Jam by Kate Canterbury. I've heard really, really good things about this book. It's a single dad romance. small town, single dad. So that is the last book for my TBR. So a book with my favourite trope, In a Jam, single dad romance. A book with flowers on the cover, Magnolia Parks. A book in a series I've started, Final Offer by Lauren Asher. I get my copy tomorrow. A book with more than 500 pages, A Long Way Down by Chris and Becca Ritchie. The 9th book in the Addicted Cowboy Sisters series. A sad book, we have If He'd Been With Me. A book with a randomly generated word, which was Get. We have Get a Life, Chloe Brown. College romance, we have Top Secret by Serena Bowen and Al Kennedy. And then a book with pink on the cover, The Summer of Broken Rules by K.A. Walther. And that is my TBR for the month of February. I'm very excited to read some of these books. Others, we'll see. Hopefully I stick to it, because do I ever stick to my TBRs? No, but I'm hoping to this month. Fingers crossed, because there are some ones that I've been wanting to read on here. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you give it a thumbs up if you did. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already. And if you want to see me do this video next month, let me know and I'll be sure to do it because it was super fun. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye guys!